What's up, everybody? Welcome to a very special episode with a special guest, Maydaysan in the flesh. You've probably seen him from the Crytek Owners Meeting.
Yes.
Videos that we did. So, hey, thank you for coming. Really appreciate having you.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So today we're going to talk about some of our new parts for not just for 2023, but stuff that kind of came out towards the end of 2022. Like you use some of our parts in your gun,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So what do you use, I would say, like the one thing that you always go and choose, a go-to part from us that you have to have in all your guns?
The buckings.
The buckings? Oh,
the
yeah,
buckings. They're so good. Makes every airsoft gun that I have just a beamer. It's funny because my Glock 17 has the regular Marui,
right?
But my 19, which is smaller, has the bucking in there.
Yeah.
LayLax. It's absolute beamer. That and the Type 4 barrels.
Nice.
100%. Those two. If you have to get any of those two, the Type 4 6.03 and the bucking.
Nice.
Any gun, it's amazing.
That is absolutely correct. You know, if you want, we talked about this in our other series, How to Tech, about hop up bucking.
Yes.
Ryan was gracious enough to mention about if you want an instant performance boost to your gun, throw that bucking in there and you're going to instantly feel a performance upgrade over your stock one. Just the stability, the ability for that thing to spin at a more consistent rate.
Yep.
And you're going to be able to hit just that little bit further. I'm not talking drastic, but you know, sometimes it's that half a meter to 1 meter that's going to make the difference. Yeah. Right. So yeah, get our buckings.
I'd say like the accuracy increased them too because Airsoft in Japan with like the low joule limits, it's really about hitting that guy in the knuckles.
That's
you want to have
that
shot. And for me,
that's absolutely correct.
Personally, I play with like real count. So 30 round, 20, especially like on my SCAR.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to, I don't even have the bucking in there yet, but my SCAR H is only 20 rounder.
Right.
And I want that to be like a beamer. So when the time comes, I'm definitely putting in that barrel and that bucking, and it's just gonna be chef's kiss. Because I have it in my URGI right now, and it's already a beamer. So that's what I'm most excited about.
Awesome, awesome. Well, since we're on the topic of bucking, let's talk about these two boys that came out towards the end of 2022. So these are CNC Hop Up Chambers, our Elite Series CNC Hop Up Chamber.
Yeah.
This one's been out a little bit longer. So this is our, I don't want to call it the TM one, but it's more like a wide use.
Wide use, let's say
so
wide use,
it'll work with like Crytek's, TMs, GGs, all that. So it's CNC and it comes with two, not one, but two buckings. So it's got a purple boy, everybody knows it.
Purple Promi.
You know, the purple Promi, but it also comes with our firm type, the blue one. So those are for you guys who live overseas. Maybe you are playing in a country that is more friendly to, let's say, 380 plus FPS, maybe 420, 420, there's a joke in there. FPS with, let's say, 0.28 to almost about 0.4 gram BPs, and you're going to get a really consistent spin with this blue bucking. I mean, you can even use it here in Japan. You know, it gets a little cold, a little chilly out there. Maybe you don't need to go as hard as our red bucking. So even something kind of in the middle for those colder times. The blue one will work just great.
Okay.
Have you tried this one before?
The blue one?
Our CNC chamber?
I have not yet.
Okay.
I have not yet.
So the great thing about our CNC chamber, immediately you're going to get not just an accuracy upgrade, performance boost, but you're also going to get an FPS boost because the air seal is so much tighter on this one. And this is not a knock on our wide use chamber. Because our wide use chamber is really good. You'll get a performance boost on that one too. But it's just that much better, right? Let's say it's like getting, in car terms, it's like getting the BMW M Performance versus the actual M car.
Yes.
Right? You're getting that little extra.
That little extra.
You know, so it comes in this one, and of course, this is the VFC spin.
I need that one.
Yes. So that means it's going to work with all your SIG guns. It's going to work with your BCM line, your Avalon line, the Samurai Edge. Of course, it works with the H&K line as well. So a lot of VFC boys out there that have been waiting for a high performance kind of hop up, drop in with minimal, if not any, finicking with your gun. This is the one.
I want that.
Yeah. You know, a good thing about this too is the rear portion just uses the standard VFC nozzle.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good. It's compatible right out the
Don't
bat.
have to change anything. So you just drop it in and it'll just work.
Perfect.
Yeah. So
and I assume that's like super optimized if you use the EG barrels too.
Of course, yes. So that's another question that we get a lot is prior to this and throughout my airsoft career, I've always asked, actually, I should take that back. People have always asked me, Mark, I want to put a inner barrel in my VFC, whatever, right? And the biggest question has always been barrel compatibility, right? Does this one fit with that? Does that one fit with this hop-up chamber? Just too much. So the cool thing is this is designed really specifically for our EG barrels, and it's no-brainer. The only thing you really have to think about after putting this in there is how long you want your inner barrel. That's really all it is, right? So you plug it in, you play, and you're good to go. Take a little bit of time out there to really fine tune it. You know, go to the field an hour early. And you're good to go. Yeah, man. So that's this guy.
I like the color too, this nice midnight blue.
Yeah, it's really good. So like we purposely made it a little bit different, right? So this one is a gray. So this one's a gray color. You can see it up here in the corner. This is a gray color with a purple dial, and this is like a kind of like this midnight blue with a burgundy dial.
I like it. I like it.
It's beautiful.
Very nice.
It's like I almost don't want to use it. I just want to put it together and put it on my desk. That's all I want to do with it. It's
very
really,
nice.
really nice. Yes. So those are our chambers. Now, you may see this on the table. Now, we haven't talked about this much. So this is for you lightweight fanatics out there. You a lightweight guy?
My guns are really heavy, but.
So this is for our lightweight enthusiasts out there. This is an 84 grams, 12 position buffer tube. I'm going to take it out and let you just handle it by itself. Because I think you've played with Ryan's with it installed, right?
Yes. But I've never actually held it. Wow.
I know, right?
What?
Crazy.
It's literally featherlight.
It's, pick up your monster.
Yeah, it's heavier than, wow. It feels so fragile, like it might just break it, but.
I know.
It's very firm.
Rigid. It's very firm, very rigid.
Aluminum.
Yep. And then so the cool thing is it's also cut, there's some angular cuts in here, so there's some design language in here. So it doesn't look like just another boring buffer tube, right? And the best thing is, I'm going to quote our engineers and designers on this. You see the barrel nut here, the castle nut here? It's just a normal nut. You don't need any kind of AR tools. What he said was, you can use normal people tools.
That's good.
So you no longer need any kind of special tools to do it. It just works with any standard AEG, version 2 AEG. You plug it in and away you go. So they also have an end cap here that you can remove. There's a screw here. So you see all the different positions down here. There's a screw here that you can remove and the cap just comes off. So if you use longer batteries and you don't want to put the cap in, you can do that. But some people enjoy kind of just maybe running a cable out the side, or like anything like that, you can just run it with the cap in as well.
If you want stock and everything.
Right. So if you're running a bigger stock, like the PTS EPS,
yes,
OG one, the big boy, you can definitely run one of these in there. Some of our colleagues downstairs, they actually use this one in their gun. And it's almost kind of freakish because when you shoulder it, it's so little weight now in the back that it almost feels front heavy. And it's really cool. So for those of you guys who want a really ultra lightweight build, this is the one. And it gives you just a lot more adjustment options.
12 positions.
12
That's
positions.
double.
Yeah. It sounds super gimmicky until you realize, everybody got different arm lengths. And okay, like even for me, I adjust it usually based in my elbow here. But sometimes, depending on the stock, right? Sometimes if your stock has a little bit extra cushion, I like to push it in a little bit, but then it's too, like that position is too far in.
Not enough, Position 2, position 3, like it's that awkward.
Yeah, it is really weird.
Like 3 is a little bit too much, but 2 is a little bit too short. And this gets you right in between there. This is nice.
So this is really good.
Does this also work for gas blowback?
No, at the
so
moment.
Only AGs.
Only AGs.
Interesting. I guess it wouldn't.
Yeah. It won't buffer.
Yeah, you can't put the buffer in.
Bull carrier group won't cycle through that.
I can see this being useful for like the UAB market. So like, they really want everything min-max. Like I want that perfect length. So they have all 12 positions to work with.
Yep, for sure. And also, there is like, even for Airsoft, there are the AEG users out there that purposely buy a lot of the skeletonized upper lower receivers. And this will just really complement it because it has the lightweightness and also the angular designs. It's got this kind of cyber thing going on.
Yeah.
And this has definitely added a lot of flair to those players who are looking for flair. But if you're looking for practicality, this is great.
Efficient.
Yes.
Very nice. Cool.
So the last thing we want to talk about, and we can't talk about it enough, is our colored springs.
Yep.
Now, those of you who have watched our channel for any amount of time know that this box belongs to our friend, Ryan Sensei. He's not dead, guys. He's still around. But yeah, so we're going to talk about some springs. Now, we usually highlight all of our AG springs, like all of our for M4 or AK or whatever. But did you guys also know that we made them for the VSR as well?
Wow, that's new.
Yeah.
It's a little smaller.
So we made the sniper springs, and then we actually started doing the AEG ones.
Okay.
So for those of you guys do not know, did you know that there is another company back in the day that made color springs before?
No.
But they really messed up
Really?
because they used like a paint, and then when it warps, you know, when it does its thing, when it does its springy thing, it flakes,
Right.
and then the flaking fouls up your gearbox.
Right.
So it caused way more problems with people than benefit.
Right.
So that's why you've not seen color springs on the market
Right.
forever. And that's why.
Yeah.
And so the cool thing what we did is we use a different type of coating. So it's like a little bit of like an anodized
yeah, I thought
slash,
so.
like the coating is like a micro coat.
Yeah.
So even when it does do its thing and you're working it and you're working it, what will only happen is, see, the wear and tear is so minimal.
Ah.
So this was this spring.
Yeah.
If you guys watched our springs episode, card above. This one was in the P90. So this is a M135.
The Crytek.
Yes. It's just got barely any kind of wear on it.
Barely.
Yep. You still clearly see it's red.
Right.
So a lot of you guys that met me in SHOT Show when we were talking about these springs, this is the one I was referring to, where you can barely see any kind of wear and tear, and you can see the cutout right here, the close-up.
Yeah.
There's barely anything on it.
Yeah.
So not only is it great for people who are techs,
Yep.
that you can at a glance say, okay, this is a 135.
Yep.
The purple is a 190, and I know you like to mess around sometimes too, right? And so you don't ever have to run the risk of like putting a spring in there, go into your field, you chrono your gun, it's like, oh wow, I didn't know this shot 400 FPS.
Yeah.
And in a case when you're in Japan, they're gonna call the police.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's not a good day. So yeah, these will really kind of help you out. And then of course there's also those out there who enjoy just having some color in their gun. And even though you barely ever see it. It's something to kind of show off. Oh, look at my spring, right? So this is some cool springs for you guys.
And it's non-linear as well, isn't it?
Yes, it's non-linear. So thanks to one of our loyal viewers, commented the other benefit of non-linear springs is when they contract
Yep.
and then when they retract,
Yep.
there's no noise to them. Because if it's a linear spring, you hear that weird spring sound.
Everything going,
right?
yep.
So with this, it also eliminates that sound. So thank you to our viewer that pointed that out and put it in our springs episode. So big props to you. Thank you very much. It's always good to learn something from people who watch too. So for your next build, Mason, what do you have in mind?
MPX.
Nice.
I gotta soup it up. I mean, I like it. I'm on the fence with it. I'm like, do I want to keep it or should I just upgrade it?
Nice. Oh, we've all been there.
Yeah.
So I guess you're just gonna have to find out Mason's adventures with his MPX. So this is some of our new parts. Any thoughts? What do you think? First thing that come to mind.
This.
Yes.
This.
Yes.
And barrel.
Yeah.
And probably gonna have to change the spring out too.
Yeah.
And luckily they have quick change spring systems, so
For sure.
you can just easily test things out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's I'm excited for this.
Yeah. Our barrels. You know them. You love them.
Yeah.
So for sure. And until the next episode, guys, please subscribe to Mason's channel. It's right here in the card.
Yep.
Ours is right here as well. And until then, catch you next time.
See ya.
ご視聴ありがとうございます。新商品やパーツ組み込み動画はこちら。
And if you guys are looking for cool gameplay and entertainment content, don't forget to check out our international channel right here. Don't forget to subscribe. Yay!